Welcome to the Property Elite podcast. I'll be your host, Jen Lehman, Chartered Surveyor and co-founder of Property Elite. Stay tuned each week for more on industry hot topics, market updates and new RICS guidance. In this week's podcast, I give you our top 5 tips for what it takes to be a great RICS counsellor. A counsellor for the APC is an essential role in a candidate's journey to become a chartered surveyor. It is a mandatory requirement for every candidate to have an appointed counsellor. However, the role is much more than just a tick box exercise. A counsellor is there to support and guide their candidates throughout their APC journey, with the responsibility of signing off the candidate's submission prior to their final assessment submission and interview. The level of support will vary from candidate to candidate. For example, structured training candidates may need more hands-on support and technical advice than an experienced senior professional who may benefit from a peer-to-peer approach. RICS publish a helpful assessment process diagram in their counsellor guide, which should help counsellors to advise their candidates on the right route from the outset. Have a look at our website blog to check this out, or drop us a message if you're unsure using the chat box at the right bottom hand corner of our website. Throughout your candidate's APC journey, we recommend meetings at least every 3 months, and these can be in person or online. So who can be an APC counsellor? To be a counsellor, you must be MRICS or FRICS qualified. A candidate may also have a supervisor, which is a different role and not a mandatory requirement. Typically, this will be their line manager or a senior member of staff in their workplace. There's many reasons why you may wish to become a counsellor. It's a fulfilling role where you're able to give something back to the surveying profession, raise the profile of RICS, and maintain high professional standards. You might also be interested to know that it can be used as supporting evidence towards the FRICS fellowship characteristic service to RICS. So what training do RICS provide? To be a counsellor, you need to complete the online RICS counsellor module. We also recommend that you undertake the RICS professionalism module, which is a requirement for all candidates to pass prior to submitting for final assessment. Being familiar with the contents and structure will help you to better support your candidates. It can also contribute towards your rolling CPD requirements relating to ethics and professional practice. An APC counsellor has a varied role, with typical tasks undertaken including helping your candidate to choose their route, pathway and competencies, planning and monitoring CPD activities, reviewing your candidate's diary and logbook to review their overall progress, supporting your candidate to draft their final submission, including selecting examples at levels 2 and 3 and choosing a case study topic, helping your candidate to prepare for their final interview, including Q&A sessions and or a mock interview. We at Property Elite can also help with this for an impartial experience and feedback, signing off your candidate's submission, and supporting your candidate if they're referred. So finally, what are our 5 top tips for being a great counsellor? Number 1, know the process inside out so you can better support your candidates. This includes being familiar with the candidate guide, pathway guide, and potential competency choices for your candidate. The RICS were also in a period of transition, with ARC being phased out, so be familiar with the current submission process. Encourage your candidate to drive the process is number 2. You're there to support and guide them, not to complete the APC upon their behalf. Give them the right support at the right time, but don't try to do everything for them. A good way is to give them tasks to complete and then to reflect on the output with your candidate in your counsellor meetings. Number 3 is planning ahead. Set an action plan with your candidate over the next 12 to 18 months to keep them motivated and to ensure that they remain on track. Do appreciate, though, that sometimes work and life get in the way and the plan needs to remain flexible. 4 is to help your candidate to identify any gaps in their experience, skills, or knowledge and find ways to address these. This could be through rotating into another department, going on secondment, undertaking work experience, or shadowing or assisting another surveyor. 5th, be honest. When working with your candidate, there should be no surprises at the sign-off stage. Give them honest feedback in your counsellor meetings and ensure that you only sign off a submission that's genuinely the standard required of a chartered surveyor by RICS. If you sign off a candidate who is not ready, it will not provide them or you with any benefit, and it only risks disappointment and a referral. Signing off a candidate is a very important role and puts your own professionalism as a counsellor and as a chartered surveyor on the line. So it's not a decision to be taken lightly. So how can we help? If you'd like to find out more about how you can be a great counsellor, then why not book in an hour of mentoring with one of the team at Property Elite? We can help you to identify ways to better support and mentor your candidates and to help them achieve their aspiration of becoming a chartered surveyor. And if you're already an experienced counsellor or mentor and would like to discuss being a consultant to Property Elite, please get in touch via our website. Thanks for listening to the Property Elite podcast this week. Head to our website to check out our full blog, free and paid support resources and services, free consultation for every single RICS APC and ASOC RICS candidate, and also ask us any questions you have via the website chat blog. See you next week.